Sneaky, sneaky. I am in the trench. Repeat, in the bottom of the trench. What's up, Lucy? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you probably didn't watch last week, which means I'm not talking to you. Go watch last week and you'll know what the trench is. We need to get hyped, super hyped. Do a little bit of this. Yeah. Today's the day we do our first muscle up, meaning we're going to go from below the rings. We're going to pull. We're going to get above the rings. But full disclaimer, it's not going to be your first official muscle up because the standards on a muscle up are going to start from full extension. Biggest thing we got going for us today is piecing together all of the stuff we've done on the low rings, taking them up to the high rings, anything from how to simply do a muscle up transition skill wise, and then hopefully last week you got to see where you're at with your pulling strength when you got up to these big rings up here with some hollow body ring pull-ups. So get hyped. We're going to combine all of that into what we're going to call a short arm ring turnover. But our main focus is learning how to turn over, which is the complicated, really scary, complex part of the muscle up that some people can't even get in their brains to really process and understand. So hopefully following these steps week by week gets you to these rings and gets it feeling super, super simple. I promise you guys, if you've done the steps leading up to this, this should feel easy peasy, easy breezy, lemon squeezy, cheesy. Let's get to it. So last week I asked you guys to maintain your false grip, that really strong death grip on the rings, so we can have our lats engaged, our hands already on top of the rings, and not have to worry about engaging those muscles. The big thing is not worrying about having to shift my hands. You'll learn how to do that a little bit later. Remember on week 3, we talked about pulling in this tight, hollow body position when it comes to the ring pull-up work, where my toes are in front, my core is engaged, and most importantly, my body feels really, really light. If I'm doing the opposite and not doing those things and keeping my core loose or not having my feet in front of me, my body and my feet are going to weigh me down and I'm going to feel super, super heavy. Not going to make sense. We got to start in more of a 90-degree false grip hold with my toes in front. Bam. So when you leave our trench blocks right here, your toes go in front. Think about that. I want you guys to really know what you're doing when you get up here. If I say your toes go in front, what position are you going to be in? Hollow body. If I can see my toes in the front and my core is engaged, I'm in a hollow body. That's where I start. The only other way to go from there is the opposite, the arch. Now, this is the tricky part of what we're going to do in this short arm turnover. It's the fact that your arms are going to stay locked into place, but your midline and the rest of your body is going to start moving through hollows and arches. When you get to big, fancy ring muscle-ups with a big old kipping swing, you're going to be moving through hollows and arches. You're just going to have a lot more body to work with when your arms are fully extended hollow. And after it does hollow, it goes to arch. It feels really funky because all of this is super stiff up here, and then all of my trunk starts moving forwards and backwards to give me a little bit of a kipping swing. Now, if I went hollow, arch, where do I go next? There's only one other place to go. You go back into hollow, and where did we do our ring pull-ups last week? In the hollow body position. Here is the ultimate goal for week 4, a short arm ring turnover. You guys get ready. Watch my feet. Here we go. All right. False grip. 90 degrees. Tight lats. Feet go in front first. Hollow. Arch. Hollow. Can't rush through those positions. You saw what I just did. I talked myself literally out loud to you guys. Hollow. Arch. When I got back into my hollow, it was time to pull. If you did a good job last week strict or not, and you got your fists down to your sternum, I promise you, you're ready to get up and over those rings. But if it's confusing you on where do my hands go after this, go back to week 2. On these low rings, we did low ring turnovers that go fist bump, armpits, and then worked our way back. I'm doing a really deep pull-up, and then my hands are going straight to my armpits to hold in that tight, deep bottom support. Tight lats. Make sure my toes start in my hollow. Little kip and swing. Tight to my finishing position. Bam. And now you guys got the tricky part of the muscle up. See, it's not all that fancy, but it's really going to show you guys, do you understand the fundamentals? And do you have the baseline strength to be able to control yourself up here? This is an excellent drill to be able to slow that down and tell you if you have the pieces up here and you have the pieces right here, plain and simple, you need that to get up here. Going into next week, we're going to get our first muscle ups. Woo! Woo! We're going to get our first muscle ups. And it's going to happen starting from this drill and then slowly lengthening your arms into more of a full extension. When you get eventually to a big kipping ring muscle up, my goal is to have you guys not using false grip anymore. But these are your training wheels. Your training wheels to start riding your bike, and then you'll be going on to these big kipping ring muscle ups that don't require the blocks, don't require false grip, and you will be flying high just all over the rings and then feeling really cool. These ring muscle ups are cool. So remember to have some fun with it. Don't skip over the basics, and let's get this thing done. I will see you guys later. Peace out.